Hi, I'm Nick Alcock. I'm the owner of Alcock & Associates. I'd like to share with you a thought that I have about misdemeanor DUI. And that is that many times people who have been arrested for DUI, within a couple days after being arrested for DUI, they start calling attorneys and they get into a moment where they're panicking. And they're very, very concerned about their future. They're very, very concerned about their jobs, their ability to provide for their children. And so when people are in that mode, they tend to make decisions that may not be the best for them. What I'd like to tell you is if you've been arrested for a misdemeanor DUI, meaning you've never been arrested before, and your license wasn't suspended, and you're totally new to the system, you actually have time. You don't need to hire an attorney right away. You don't need to have someone represent you within those first few days. And there's nothing wrong with going around and speaking to a number of different attorneys. If those attorneys say, you need to hire me right away because otherwise we're not going to have time to prepare for your case or prepare for trial, that simply isn't the case. Really nothing happens from the first moment of your arrest, the first court date. From a procedural perspective, really nothing is going on. An attorney can't do much during that time for a misdemeanor DUI. The only thing that may need to happen is if you've been arrested for DUI and they took your breath, and they gave you what's called an admin per se form indicating your license is going to be suspended, that can result in your license being suspended. On the back of that form, you can fill it out, you can mail it in, and you can request a motor vehicle hearing. And that will set a hearing out some 45 days, a couple months out, where your license suspension issue will be addressed. If you have any questions about this whatsoever, you can call my law firm at 602-989-5000. Happy to walk you through that process. I'm happy to tell you everything you need to do to request a motor vehicle hearing. And this will buy you the time that you need to find the right lawyer for you to be able to make sure that you're taken care of, that you have someone who's going to absolutely fight for you and do the right thing for you. So many people, when they get arrested for DUI, they think, I need to have a lawyer, I have to have a lawyer within a certain amount of time. It simply isn't the case. You don't necessarily need to have an attorney at the first court appearance either. And by that I mean, you don't have to, it's not trial, it's an initial appearance. You're going to walk into court and the judge is going to ask you, do you plead guilty or not guilty? I advise all of my clients to plead not guilty. They can always change it later. You can always go back and say, all right, I did it. But at that first court appearance, there's no penalty for you to walk in there and say, not guilty, I want to get an attorney, I want to look at my case, and I want to know what my rights are. So a lot of times people will go into court and the judge will say, you realize you're looking at 6 months in jail. And people just hear that and they think that they're going to wind up with 6 months in jail. That isn't the case. That's the maximum amount of time. There's nothing wrong with going to court for that first appearance, saying you're not guilty, again, buying you the time necessary to find the right lawyer and do what's right for you. So if you have any questions whatsoever about this, give us a call, 602-989-5000. I'm happy to speak with you over the phone. You can come into my office, we can sit down and talk about your case, and there's no pressure whatsoever. If again, you have the time. You can shop around for the attorney who's right for you. So thanks so much.